Goanna Claw, another Australian native. Very flexible, very pliable, and you can use it for many uses in floristry. You can use it for cascading designs like this, for bouquets, and waterfall designs like arrangements. You can also use the tuft separately and use them for posies, for bouquets, corsages, and buttonholes. You can use basically for any wired designs. Today what we're going to do is we're going to create an arrangement using this as a bird's nest. First is to put stems of Goanna Claw around the base of this design, or the rim, to create a clock. So you can have 12 stems to go around. Again, following that through, twisting the excess claw. You go over, since you get an under over this side, so we go over again, and under, so on and so forth. Again, twisting the claw together and twist it over to the next row, as so, and away we go. Over, under, and so forth. Once we've created a disc-like design, now we're ready to add some more materials. We have here is the umbrella fern, another Australian native. We're going to create a canopy for this particular design, and we'll have some flowers that's going to be underneath, which is sheltered, and we'll have some that's towering over as well to extend the line of the entire design. I've created here using four pieces of umbrella fern to create a quite dense canopy over here. And also I'm utilizing the stem of the umbrella fern in here to strengthen the upright display. Once you've got that one settled in, we can add a couple more of the umbrella ferns that are quite short at the bottom of the design to cover our floral foam. Not only that, but also repeats the texture that we had from the canopy and down to the base. Sometimes you use so much of that and it loses the nest that we've created earlier. Therefore, what we're going to do is split your fern into segments and utilize the segments instead of a whole canopy. Like so. Next is we also have what you call the Billabong reeds. Billabong reeds are flat reeds compared to the steel grass or the flexi grass, which are needle-like. The good thing about the Billabong reeds is that it's quite narrow but tapered at the top. When they age, they turn curly at the end. It gives you much more of a dynamic line rather than a static line. With this one as well, all of the tips are brown. So when you buy them, it's not that they're turning old or it's aged for a while, but it's the characteristics of the plant itself that gives you that really orangey, mustard, and then red tips, burnt tips. It gives you the edge and gives a good character. We're going to use clusters of them in this design and then repeat the line that we created with the stars with the umbrella fern. Poking through the canopy of the umbrella, we now strengthen the uprights that we have. Going through, again through the canopy, clustered down here, and straight onto the floral foam. We also use some of the bark, and it can be a pine bark or any branches or twigs that you find in the garden or in a garden center, and use them to bring contrast into the entire design. Everything we have here are frilly, teasy, and some straight lines, but we don't have any bulk. So that's what we're going to do, is to create that bulk that we require to have, again, contrast in the form by using these slabs or slates of pine. We also have beautiful lilies that we can use up here. And then one of which we can use just a little bit shorter through the back, so that your dimension is not just two-dimensional, but the depth is there. Brings your eye from the front of the design to the back. Complement it with really nice Hypericum berries in the bottom. Very close to the center. Now that we have the upright, we can now add a few more blooms or chrysanthemums to change the form. On top of the canopy, straight down into the foam, replicating the lines that we've created earlier, and also a shorter one that goes at the back to bring down the size or the color of the chrysanthemum as well as the form. Finally, we're going to add a couple of blooms of cymbidium orchids right down in the center, right at the front. Again, replicating the color of the chrysanthemums and the umbrella fern, and the tips from the orchids has repeated the ones from the lilies on top. Finally, we finish it off by having one more cymbidium orchid on the other side to again bring in the front of the arrangement to the back. Another design tip brought to you by Australian Flora Corporation and Premium Greens Australia.